Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Fetish Cafe. Yes, we are here yet again, and we are still on the topic of the foot fetish. And what better person to talk to than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Katz of Katz Productions. What's up, man?
Hey, how are you doing, man?
I am doing well. I am doing well. How about you?
I'm doing pretty great. I have a lot of videos in production right now. And then when you messaged me, I was like, ooh, 8 o'clock. I was gonna edit some videos, but fuck it. Might as well do it. Just blast it out there and then continue on. Continue on with the movement.
Hell yeah,
Spreading
man.
awareness. Spreading awareness.
Absolutely. And so,
Yeah.
of course, we're going to start things off the way we always do by asking you how old you are, sir.
Yeah, 28 years old. Pretty
28
cringe. Pretty
years
cringe, I know.
old. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so let's get into it. So, at what age did you start realizing that you had a foot fetish or you were interested in feet? And just kind of give me some depth on that. How did that start?
So the joke is that I've had it from straight out of the womb. I came out of the womb with a foot fetish, but I didn't start realizing until I was probably like 8 years old. There was a few things. There's one this hentai because the internet started coming around. It was like the anime porn,
Oh yeah.
and it was just a normal one, but there was a toe sucking scene, and then I was like, whoa, what is this? And then I also saw the 40-year-old virgin. There was like a little feet scene in there, and
Oh
I kept
yeah,
staring
there
at her feet.
was.
Yeah, and when she was in the bathtub. And then I was still pretty young at the time. I didn't know what was going on. But then also like in class, I would notice girls' feet like from a very young age. So that's pretty
Wow.
much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it feels the same, man, because I started pretty early too. Did you when you found out when you were finally secure in the fact that you knew this, did you confide in anybody?
No, I just kept it to myself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that led into some bad experiences because I didn't know how to talk about it back in the day.
Right.
Because the stigma was gross. I heard all the jokes.
Yeah. So, but how did you hear the joke? Did you bring it up at all, or were other people just natural about it, or what?
Other people, when they talk about feet, like in a group setting, usually somebody will chime in and say, "Oh, the foot fetishes are gross, bro." Like, you're just in a group.
Right.
And then me back in the day, I never brought it up. Like, nah, man, feet are cool, man. Like, what's so bad about liking feet? It's not that big of a deal.
Wow.
But I
So,
didn't. Yeah, I didn't do that until I was much older.
like how old? So how old were you when you championed it?
Um, I was in the army at the time because I had bad experiences in high school. So
Oh,
I
okay.
still kept it to myself even as an adult. But then I was in the army, and my wife at the time, I didn't tell her that I liked feet when I first met her. But then I told her, and then she was down with it. And then that's when I started making YouTube videos about it because I was like, damn, it really wasn't that big of a deal after all.
Right.
Because I
Right.
told her about it, and it was boom, instantly like all this weight was lifted off my shoulder. I was like, oh shit. Like, so this is the other side of life where you're proud of who you are. Then you're
So
not worried about what people are thinking about you. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. We make it a big deal though in our head.
yes, we
Yeah.
absolutely make it a big deal.
Hmm.
So how old were you when you had your first experience in the sense of just like when did you get to suck some toes or
Okay, so I was about 16, maybe 15, and I had a girlfriend at the time. We were dating for like 6 months, and yeah, we were doing like sexual stuff already. And then one time, I tried to kiss her feet, not even just like the bottoms or suck her toes. I tried to kiss the top of her feet, like as you know.
yeah,
And
yeah, why
she
not?
said, yeah, why not? And then she was like, ugh, what are you doing? That's disgusting. Like, that's what she said to me. I was like, oh,
Oh
shit.
shit.
I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I didn't know that you weren't into that. She's like, oh, no, don't ever do that again. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, that's how it was. And then, yeah, I didn't really experience much until I met my wife.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been married?
We got married December 2016, so it's about almost 5 years.
Oh
We've
yeah.
been together 5 years, yeah.
Congrats, man.
And then I saw that you were married as well because you said that you were waiting for your wife or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, two married folk just chit chatting about foot fetishes. Pretty cool. How long
Yeah.
you been married?
I have been married for 14 years and we've been together for 15.
Damn.
Yeah.
14 years.
Now, so I didn't. The story with that is, and anybody who listens to the show has heard this way too many times, but I'm going to tell it again. So I didn't really say anything to her while we were dating. See, we dated for like a year. And then after I proposed and everything, and that went well, and I was like, listen, there's something I got to tell you. And like when I was like, I have this fetish, and of course you think it's just going to be world shattering. And I was like, I can't really be with somebody who's not going to let me experience this. And then, so she was freaking out. And then I was like, I have a foot fetish. And she was like, oh, well, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, we make it such a big deal. But some people really are disgusted by feet. Like, my wife watches a lot of TikToks, and then sometimes, occasionally, it'll pop up like, oh, the foot fetish guy messaged me, or it'll be like a meme. Like, this guy has a foot fetish or whatever, and it looks all disgusting. Like, you know, the little anime memes.
Oh, my God.
Like, what? I'm just like, whatever, bro. Like, fuck off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now you're married. You get to experience the whole shebang. Let's talk about everything that you're into, because there are many levels to this thing, right?
Right.
So do you like an odor? Do you not like an odor? Do you like what is your favorite part? Like soles, toes? What are you?
All right, so it's a little mixture of a lot of things. As I get some fans that comment and they're like, "Yo, is it bad that I only like feet?" And I can't really give them an answer because I'm not like that. I like all the parts of a woman, but I especially like the feet and the legs, and the soles. Definitely the soles. If the soles ain't smooth and pedicure, got to be pedicured.
No, I hear
little
that.
colors, you know. Yeah. And the smell is the best part of a wife. I made a little TikTok about that. I'm just trying to spread awareness, trying to spread the seed so that people think that it's not that bad.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I get long wall of text message on Instagram. Somebody's like, "Oh, I've been really struggling with this. I'm getting made fun of. My friends made fun of me about it. They still crack jokes on me about it." I'm just like, get over it, man. You'll be all right. You know, you'll be okay. You just gotta accept yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
And it took me a long time. And even when I told my wife, and the first time that I kissed her feet, it was like a lot of anxiety. I think I probably had a few beers beforehand just to ease the setting. But yeah, it was a lifelong, like 20 something years of being rejected about it. And then eventually I broke through the barrier and I was like, whoa, great.
So
fishnets, stockings.
Oh shit. Yeah. Now you're speaking my language, sir.
Yeah. I love fishnets. Yeah.
Yeah.
And heels too. Some people don't really care about heels. I love heels. Heels are great.
Heels are okay.
Yeah. See, so in the fetish community, it's like half and half. You know, some people are like, heels are okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, I love heels.
Hey man, we're all brothers in this, so it's either way, right?
Exactly. Facts.
So now I want to get into, because this is something that I haven't been able to get into with other people. So you kind of have taken off with this thing and ran with it, right? I mean, you've got the YouTube channel. In my opinion, you're pretty I'm not going to say famous, but I mean, you're what I would call a micro celebrity, yeah? At least on like a low level.
On a low level, like I've never been recognized in the street, but I did go hard at it. And my buddy, when I was in the army, and my buddy was like, "Oh, you just like really took off with that shit," because I made one video and then I just kept going. Because before all my videos were just gaming videos, and I was just making gaming content, like video games. Yeah. But then I was like, somebody needs to talk about this. And the first thing there was a barefoot character in Overwatch. It's a video game.
Oh yeah,
Barefoot Diva.
Oh yeah.
And then I made Let's Talk About Diva's Feet video, and it blew up. I was like, oh, people actually want me to talk about this. I was like, oh, okay. And then the comments are like, oh, dang, I'm really embarrassed about liking feet, but I love these videos. I was like, all right, I got to do this like for you, basically, you know.
And you just became the champion. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of struggle along the way, but
right.
We turned out okay.
Man, it's really awesome to see, because again, when you first messaged me, I didn't know who you were. And believe it or not, I was talking to, I think the episode's already up, where I talked to the guy. He went by Drew. And
True.
yeah, I think I posted his episode recently, and when we were talking off recording, he knew who you were.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Shout out to Drew.
and he was like, yeah, I've watched some of his stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, I'm gonna have to look into it, and he was like, yeah, you should definitely look into it, man. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
So
Yeah, there's a long catalog for you to look back on.
Right.
Lot of videos.
There
years
is.
of videos. Yeah.
So how does your wife feel about everything, like with the YouTube and I mean,
Right.
is she, so I guess the thing is, does she get turned on by the foot stuff, or does she just like, is she cool with like it pleasing you?
So at first, she was just cool with pleasing me. She was just doing it to satisfy me. But then over the years, she got into it, and then like she'll ask for it from time to time, like, "Hey, babe, like it's been a while. Can you suck my toes?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." But the YouTube thing was actually kind of hard because when you're doing YouTube, you get a lot of requests for certain videos.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I'm like, "All right, I'll do this video for the fans." But then sometimes, like when I started talking about like celebrities' feet and I was making some jokes, she was like, all right, I don't care if you talk about the foot fetish thing, but you got to tone it down just a little bit. I was like, all right. Because my humor was pretty dark. That's what I mean. Like when it was like a struggle to figure out like, all right, how do I accurately express myself while talking about this? And I figured it out pretty quickly, but... And then you get demonetized and banned and stuff like that. I got demonetized one time. And I was like, oh fuck. Well, I guess it's over then.
Well, that perfectly transitions into my next question. So you've had troubles with YouTube and dealing with like the foot fetish thing, or because I don't see how they could see that as a problem personally.
Yeah, they're normies. They're way against the foot fetish thing. So that actually allows me to express my last point more clearly, where my wife was giving me some advice, trying to tell me your thumbnails and shit are too lewd. Like it was just too much for YouTube. So I had to tone it down a little bit, which really sucked. Like when you're a creator, you don't want to tone down your expression for anybody. Yeah, fuck it. But I figured out a way to get around the algorithms and the AI bots and all of that. Because mainly it's just run by AI bots. So if I just keep it like kind of not PG-13, but like around the age of like 18, you know?
Yeah.
Not too lewd. I can pretty much do what I want. Mainly it's supported by supporters, like donations and stuff like that, like merch when I had merch.
Yeah.
But I only run the merch line for like a month or two at a time, so people like get it and then you can't get it ever again.
Oh,
so that's
snap.
that's just my thought process.
Got to get in on the ground level if you want that merch.
Yeah, and so it's pretty tough, like with YouTube when you're trying to make a living. So you gotta get it from somewhere else. So like the donations to Patreon. At least with my experience, because they kept on demonetizing my videos. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, and that's most of the struggle, I imagine. Most of the stories, they start to host their videos elsewhere so that they can still make money off of them. Right. Just in case YouTube goes rogue on you. And that's the thing with this show. This is really for like, if this thing ever takes off that I'm doing, then it's like, it's going to be cool and everything, but I just don't really think it ever will, because it's just a podcast. People don't listen to podcasts on YouTube. So
yeah, not since Joe Rogan switched to Spotify. I remember everybody was listening to Joe Rogan, and then he switched to Spotify. Nobody talks about Joe Rogan anymore. I'm like, I still listen to him though.
Do you really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, but I think that your podcast could take off. It's just, it might take a lot longer than if you were doing something else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It'll be a lot of struggle, but you just keep on building up numbers each and every day. You keep on posting videos each and every day, and then people stick around.
That's the issue, man. And I don't want to get too deep in that, but it's like, so I recently just had a nice little explosion of people wanting to talk. And so hopefully that comes through, but people just really get scared and fickle out at the last, possible minute. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. So you, it's my understanding you also, do you still do streams, like where you stream games and things like that?
Yeah, every now and then. So the issue with it is time. The worst part of making videos, in my opinion, and I might catch flack for this, but I hate editing videos. I wish I could just snap my finger and the video would be complete. But I film and I record, like audio record and all that stuff. I do that so much, but the editing takes so long. And when you're streaming, it's like, all right, so the average stream should be around 4 hours at least for
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
like 4 to 6 to 8 hours if you can. But that's a lot of time, like taken out of the day. And
yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, yeah, especially with a wife, like I can't
yeah,
just sit here all fucking day. Like even if I wanted to, I can't sit here all day and just work on videos, grind them out. So I really have to like structure my life, like
right,
like
right.
plan it out. Like, oh, I want to do this interview. Luckily, I got a couple hours to spare because
Cool.
I wanted to play some Persona. But then you messaged me. I was like, ah, shit. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, bro.
Hey, man, I really
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you making the time. I really do.
Hey, no, yeah, for you too, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Appreciate having you.
So you started the Discord. You've got, is it called Feet Paradise? Isn't that what it's
Yeah,
called?
feet paradise.
Man, so I'm gonna have to get in on that, but I
Yeah.
noticed the drama video that went up
Hmm.
recently. I
Yes.
think you kind of said it all in that video, but can you just briefly touch on what kind of dramas and struggles you go through running that Discord?
So, that's a deep question. Feet paradise, I man, it's so rough because it started off really slow, and then it took off like instantly because I had a few hits on my videos at like 200,000 videos, and I wasn't expecting that, or 200,000 views like on my Overwatch feet video, and then everybody went to the Discord, and then the Discord blew up, and then there's a lot of people like pretending to be 18, a lot of people that are
Oh,
racist,
yeah.
and I didn't realize how much time and mental energy it takes to run a Discord. And that's like kind of the joke with my mod team because they kind of do everything, but it's like Katz really doesn't know what he's doing. And that could be taken as disrespectful, but it's kind of true. I'm just trying to figure it out along the way because it has 6,000 people in there.
Jeez,
And
man.
yeah, it's we're just about to hit 6,000, and a lot of times like I'll be asleep and then the controversy will blow up and be like, oh, what should we do, Katz? What should we do? And I'm not there. I'm just like, fuck. Like
Well,
stuff happens
you
when you're
can't
asleep.
be there 24 hours a
I
day.
know, as yeah, it's so rough. Like just trying to keep it all together. But for the most part, it's a great server. But people like to ruin it. Like one time, I did a Feet Paradise stream, and then like literally in the first minute of my stream, a troll hopped in, started shouting racial slurs while I was live
Oh,
on YouTube. I was like,
shit.
dude, get out of here, man. I don't understand these people.
It's ridiculous,
It's a
man.
it's a great community, but because of the numbers, because of the views, it trickles in a lot of trolls, a
Yeah,
lot of norm. Yes.
yeah, absolutely. I can imagine it's like having to just keep everybody in check, so to speak. But shout out to the mods because that can't be
Yeah.
easy.
Shout out to the mods. Yeah.
That
Exactly.
can't be easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, we're rounding the corner on this thing. I like to
Okay.
do a little section of just final thoughts and what do you obviously have a voice already, so this is kind of a weird question for you, but what do you want to say to the people? The
All right.
people.
Yeah. To everybody that is watching this,
Yeah,
and they
or
might
listening.
think,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah. Um, just be yourself. Just don't fucking worry about what the normies say. People will say things all the time. Every single day, I get hate comments, a lot of hate comments, but I also get a lot of positive encouragement. And there's people out there, and just because you might have had a bad experience with a girl, like I've had bad experiences, fuck them. Like you're fine. Like as long as you're not doing anything to hurt nobody, you're fine. You're fine. And a lot of normies or people that don't have foot fetishes, they do watch this content and they're like, okay, he's cool, and they understand the concept of, oh, we just like feet. And I just hope the rest of the world just stops fucking making fun of us, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The picture, well, you shared it one time on one of your videos, the picture where it's like the dudes in the shirts, and one says boobs and one says ass, and they're shaking hands. And then there's the
Yeah.
feet guy off to the side. That shit always made me furious.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When I was in the army, it kind of toughened up my skin because they found my YouTube channel after it blew up. And then I was forced to live with being in person, like having this face on YouTube, and anybody that I meet in real life, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I do YouTube videos. They look it up and they know I have a foot fetish instantly. So
Damn,
it's
yeah.
kind of I had a lot of people make fun of me, but I think that was good because now I know how to deal with it. And one time I was at a party and this dude, he was like, does he really like, my wife was there. He was like, does he really like feet? That's so cringe. And then my wife actually stepped up and she was like, nah, dude, like you're just like simple minded. Like sucking toes is hot. That's what she said. I was like, all
Hell
right,
yeah.
I'm changing the world over here, baby.
Yes.
And you're doing a good thing too with your podcast. I love to see other people creating content because I do search like the hashtags like anime feet, foot fetish, and stuff like that just to see. And usually it's just OnlyFans girls promoting their stuff.
Of course.
I like to see, yeah. I like to see other men, and it can be women too, that are doing like more about the mind, not just about, oh, it's a video that you can jerk off to. No, more about like dealing with the having the foot fetish on the day to day.
Yeah.
And even if that's through comedy or you're being serious, I do a mixture of both. I think you're doing a good thing.
Hey man, I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's awesome to have you on the show. Like I said, became a fan overnight. So gonna give you a second to go ahead and plug all your things, and if you'll give me links, I'll put those in the description below.
Okay, for sure. So it's just Katz Productions YouTube channel, discord.gg/feet paradise. We're talking to at Cafe Fetish, the Fetish Cafe on YouTube. And I hope you enjoyed the videos, and be sure to smash like. Wow.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks again, man. And thanks everybody for listening as always. And we'll be back with more and more content.